Are we live? Hey, we're live. We are
I think we
live.
are
So,
live.
hey, we are live and happening. Hey, you guys, everybody out there in TV land, it's me, Celia, and my dear friend CL. We kind of have the same name, but different. He just takes a couple letters, and I take the whole word. So,
That's right.
CL is one of our amazing speakers on the Day of Calm, and we are just fired up that it is like 2 days away. What? What is
I,
that about?
I I tell you what, I saw the countdown today because I was making sure. I had a little scare because remember I messaged you earlier
Yeah,
thinking, "Oh no, am I going to be? Am I in the wrong place at the wrong time?" But I looked at the counter today, and yeah, 2 days away. An opportunity for people to really get connected to a mission that's so great and so needed right now.
absolutely. And hi Dee, our friend Dee, who is also an amazing human, is on with us. So welcome Dee. We're glad you're listening. CLD, DCL. And
Hello.
so it is, I am just with everything going on. And I just got off a podcast talking about the Will Smith response. All of this stuff just proves every day that we need to start taking accountability and responsibility for ourselves and the way we react to others. Because if we don't, who will? It
Celia,
is,
you're right. And
go ahead.
one thing that I was one thing that I was thinking about is that let's look at Chris Rock's response, right?
Exactly.
Chris Rock's response leaves him with zero regret. Zero regret. And unfortunately, Will's life is now full of regret. You're having to walk back. He's resigned from the academy. All of this, and that's because when we can't operate in a calm manner, we can't let calm dominate a situation. Then we wind up living in regret, apologies, walkbacks, etc. So, yeah, Chris Rock really gave us a good example.
He did. It was like if I had to plan an example of why I decided to create this day and get all of you people to join me because we all think the same way. If we had to like stage an example, we couldn't have staged a better example than what went on at that Academy Award ceremony.
That's right,
From
Celia. And I can tell you this, that it definitely changed me. It made me rethink a lot of things.
Yeah, it's you've got to look at the way you're doing things, the way you're responding to others. All the social posts that are blind posts because you're not looking at another person, you're just slamming whoever and whatever. Or maybe you're someone who's bullying someone else and you're bullying them without a face. You don't see the other
Right.
person. You don't see their reaction. You don't see the hurt, the pain. You're just typing words, and it
Yeah,
happens
yeah,
way
that's what's
too
happening.
often.
Celia, I talked about in the live I did earlier promoting the International Day of Calm. I talked about that we don't need to be the calm before the storm. We need to be the calm in the midst of the storm.
Exactly.
See, because the calm before the storm gives the indication that, hey, look, I'm calm, but this is going to turn bad. Now, we're not going to allow circumstances or situations to dictate how so whether things we have to be and you're to say,
You're
hey,
breaking up a little.
hey,
You're breaking up a little. Can you hear me?
missed
Okay, so
Catch
CL, we're kind of losing you a little bit, but I know what you're saying. And as soon as you get a clear signal, I want you to re-say it because it's so true. We start out,
Are we still?
yeah, you're still breaking up a little bit, but it's not that the day of calm is just for parents because it's for everybody. I really want to make that clear. But, when you ask
Do you still?
parents, they talk to kids and they're very calm at first and then they yell. So CL, what you're saying is absolutely true. Come back and talk about it more and let's see if we can hear you. Since CL and I decided to do this on the spur of the moment, and he's driving, as you can see, so he may be losing a little reception. Can you hear me? He's frozen. You're frozen, CL. Okay, well, I'll just keep talking until CL refreezes. Oh, look, he's back. Are you refrozen? I don't know. Okay, CL, I'll just keep talking and then you just interrupt me. I don't even know if you can hear me. But the thing about the world around us and people around us is we don't know how something's going to pan out. We don't know what somebody's going to say. The only thing we know and we have control over is us and the way we respond to it. And that is the message that we're trying to send. Plus, our classes are there to de-stress areas in your life that may be making you irritable. So, Ciel, are you back with us? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, so see, this is when you just go unscripted and you just want to talk. So, Ciel, can you talk about being the calm during the storm? Okay, he's still frozen. You're still frozen, but you look very nice there. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I'm just going to keep going with this because I really want to hear what you say about the calm during the storm. So, okay, so I'll keep talking because I can. And then you'll chime in. Okay. All right. Are you in? Can I hear you? I can't hear you. He's talking. He's driving. Don't crash. Don't crash. We can't hear you. I'm sending him sign language that we cannot hear you. So he may have to sign off and come back on. We'll try that too. You may have to hang up. This is the universal sign for hang up, come back on. And only old people know that this, and since CL and I are old, he knows that this is the universal sign for hanging up. Because before cell phones, there was actual phones where you had to hang them up. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll let CL chime in as soon as we can hear him again. But the thing is that you don't know what's going to happen. And like in the case of Will Smith, not that I wanted this broadcast to center around Will Smith, he had a lot of things affecting him. His wife's reaction, how he felt from whatever looks and nonverbal cues she was sending, and then his own behavior based on the way he felt he needed to respond to that. And it was Chris Rock who actually felt like, I'm in control here. And I could respond aggressively or I could just blow it off. CL, you're out of your car. Can we hear you? Can we hear you? We can't hear CL yet. We can see you. We can't hear you. Oh, look, he's in his house. Yay. He's not going to crash. He's in his house safe and sound. Now, can we hear you? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Oh, there he goes. Okay, he's going to fix that spot right there. Can we hear you now? This is like a Verizon commercial.
I don't
Not
think
to
so.
plug Verizon. Oh, I hear your dogs. I hear you. I hear your doggies. I don't hear you, but I hear your dogs. Ruff, 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 ruff. Okay. Well, CL will get on there soon. Even if he has to hang up. I hear your dogs. I hear your doggies. Okay, he'll come back. He'll come back. All right. So here's the thing. These classes that will happen Monday and Tuesday are about everything. They're about relationships, they're about careers, they're about finances, they're about parenting, they're about spirituality, they're about everything because what the way we react, the way we behave has so much to do with whether we feel irritable or not. And the amazing Mr. King is back for more fun.
Yeah.
Can we hear you? We can hear you.
Celia,
We,
your voice, your,
what?
your your voice sounds like you're a chipmunk.
Oh, it does? Sounds like a chipmunk. Is
Celia,
that on media? Is that on Facebook? Do I sound like a chipmunk? It could just be my
anybody
voice.
ask if you.
Ask them, do
Oh
I
my
sound
Lord.
like a chipmunk? Hold on.
Is
I have
it
to
is it
listen to myself.
is it just my end? I could really be
No,
causing a
I don't
train
sound
wreck,
like a
Celia.
chipmunk on Facebook.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
it's just
unless I
me.
sound like a chipmunk.
So it's just my phone. I'm
Are they
telling
with
you.
you? They should go on my page and make sure I don't sound like a chipmunk.
Okay.
Tell them to go to my page and make sure I don't sound like, or go to Day of Calm, or it's streaming to like all kinds. Oh, D says my voice sounds fine. Thank you,
Okay.
D.
So
Thank
you're
you.
good.
And D said, nice to meet you, CL. And once one must respond, not react. Exactly. I can probably, can I show that comment? I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm trying. Oh yeah, look, there's D's comment, and there's D. D. See, we love D. She's so awesome. So CL, will you go back and tell us about what you were saying about being the calm within the storm?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me okay, Celia?
Yes, I can. Thank you, CL.
Okay, so I'm just going over here to my studio here so I could so I can stop embarrassing you.
You're not embarrassing me. I can do that all on my own. I need no assistance.
So listen, for those of you watching, Celia and I we did not plan or rehearse or anything. I was
Obviously.
out in town.
Obviously.
Obviously, right? Well, you keep this, Celia. This will be worth some money.
Yeah, I'm sure. Blackmail money, maybe.
I was out in town, and Celia said, "Hey, you want to go live and talk about the story?" So Celia and I are both extemporaneous speakers in the moment. We can do it, and I said, "Sure, why not?" And I mean, I go live on the road all the time. I don't know what the world was going on, and so it was a test to see how calm we could respond, right?
And
And,
we stay calm. We are calm.
yeah. So what I was saying is that oftentimes people use this statement, the calm before the storm. Like if you got someone that's not responding, but if a negative stimuli continues, they're going to turn into the storm. And what I said was, we want to be the type of people that are the calm in the midst of the storm, because we are the ones that can reduce the effects of the storm. See, that calm causes people to say, okay, like what? When Will Smith went up there and slapped Chris Rock, the storm was the slap, right? But Chris Rock was calm in the midst of that storm. Had he responded like the storm, we could really be having a whole nother different conversation, right? And
Absolutely.
so we just want people to understand and grab hold of your vision, Celia, which I just want to say again, sorry for all the technical difficulties, but we want to say again that your vision of number one, getting 1 million parents to stop yelling at their kids, and then this global vision that you have of the International Day of Calm really makes us say, okay, we're going to be more conscious of how we are responding to things. and how we are injecting ourselves into things. Man, I don't just want to be someone that's known as, hey man, but watch out for the response. I want people to know, hey man, he's good. It don't matter what's going on. It's fine. And so
Exactly.
I'm looking so forward to this great kickoff week, and that's going to be a great week all the way around.
I totally agree. And that, that is so much wisdom right there. And, and we also have to realize that to keep us where we feel calm and we feel responsible, we also have to check where our triggers are. What makes us irritable? Are there things going on? You can be the most calm person and you go to work and there's all this tension at work. That's going to make you irritable. Or you go home and there's tension in your relationship or with your family, or your finances are not good. And that's causing you irritability. And that's part of the reason why CL and I and so many other speakers around the world have decided we're going to talk about all kinds of things that may be stressing people out, where they need to find their own calm, because my
Right,
calm may be different from your calm. But in order to
right.
be a calm person, you need to calm all the areas of your life.
Yeah, and I know this word has been you've been in this industry a long time, Celia. I know this word has come out in recent months and years, triggers. Um, I mean, I don't know. I haven't done enough study on it, but do you feel like people should be aware of their triggers that may send them into a less than calm mental state?
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. I don't know about you, but over the years, the word hangry has become a common word. And it simply means when we're hungry, we get irritable and moody. And like personally for me, you want to feed me
Right,
because I get hangry.
right,
And that's an example of where a trigger can totally change your state of mind and your ability to be calm. You're hungry, your body feels weaker, you don't feel strong. If you're dehydrated, your brain gets affected because the brain is so much water. So
right.
those triggers right there, thirst and hunger, absolutely can trigger you to have a negative response instead of a positive response. So those are two very good examples of how a trigger can change you. And same with your children. If you're a parent and you have kids, or you have neighbors, or you have significant other, you're in a great mood, they're hungry. What's going to happen there? You know,
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to ask you about this, Celia. I know I'm not gonna keep you all night, but I wanted to ask you about this. What if because I was talking to I think I was talking to my wife today about how Will and Chris Rock could actually turn this into something really, really powerful, right? We have in this generation that we're in now, we have, like somebody putting out a statement as an apology. That's really the lame way out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
definitely the easy way out.
That's the easy way out. But I was just thinking how powerful it could be if like Will came and they worked their situation out, and then they decided to go maybe on tour together.
It's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, and really speak to this. Everybody in the world is listening. 100 million plus people. It's still showing up in my news feeds, the various
Oh,
memes and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
It's like the
So
biggest Google search ever.
right. So just imagine why they've got everybody captivated. How much more good could happen and come from this if they, you know what I mean, if they came together and really went and spoke about how we respond to things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we should probably contact them for the International Day of Calm
For
and
real.
give
For
them and
real.
give them a show. Yes, for real. And
Yeah.
give them a showcase. But I think for that to happen, Will Smith has to take responsibility. He
Right.
has to take accountability for what happened.
Right.
And Chris Rock, he's already kind of taken the calm road. He has to be willing, and I think they're friends that go back a long time,
Yeah. Right.
to accept a true apology and work through it together. They
Right.
have to be willing to do, not this like lawyers call and say, you probably should do an apology. We need you to like write an apology on Instagram. Like,
Right.
could you do it in person? We're always doing things through texts and
Yes.
emails and
Yes.
messages and comments.
Right.
We need human contact. We
Yeah.
need to hear someone's voice and see someone's facial expressions.
We've lost that. Yeah, that part is lost in all the electronic formats. We still have to remember that we're dealing with human beings, and
Exactly.
you know what I mean. And as far as I'm concerned, Chris Rock is a human being, and if Will ever wants to get any type of global reconciliation, I really do believe that could be a way to demonstrate. You remember when years ago when Michael Vick had the dog incident,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
and he had to go to prison.
Yep.
But then
Yes,
he
he did.
came out. But then he came out of prison, and he went on a campaign. He went because he's got a voice, he's got a platform.
Right.
He went on a campaign talking about how dog fighting is wrong and
Right.
became an advocate for that. Really is how you turn things around. And
Exactly.
for me that was good. That was enough. I'm not an advocate of animal cruelty. This man made some mistakes in the choices that he made, and he paid his dues because he had to go to prison. But then he came out and says, "Listen, I want to go a step further than this.
Right.
I want to use my platform to make positive impacts."
Exactly. And make things better. And that's the thing. I mean, the reality is, let's face it, we're all human. All
Right.
of us are human. And we have
Right.
the gift of mistakes, which is
Yes.
a gift if you learn from your mistakes.
Oh, that's
If you
good.
understand that mistakes are like speed bumps in the road.
Right.
There's something that, whoops, kind of made a mistake there. But if you
Right.
learn from it and realize this is not the end of the world, what it is an opportunity to change things, to replan, to get a new path, a new
Yeah.
direction, have an outcome come out differently than it came out to begin with. Not to mention a great message to send to our children of the
Yeah.
world, which right now may be seeing Will as an example of the way you should react to people.
That you're 100% right. So let me put on my host hat for a minute and ask you, Celia, tell us what's on the agenda for Monday and Tuesday for the International Day of Calm.
Oh, good. Just put me on the spot. A lot is on the agenda. Like, we are going to be talking about all kinds of things, and what those things are, I don't know. But we're going to have classes every hour on the hour.
Okay.
And there will be live workshops where you can really interact and do Q&A, and there will be learning workshops where you watch, you look at, see, Phone Christ is right on our little message thing. He's the one that we just did this whole podcast about, Will and Chris about. So I'm
Okay.
glad you're on here, Phone Christ. So we are going to have all kinds of classes, and I was just going to look up the website. You need to go to dayofcalm.org, and
Right.
they will all be streamed in our Facebook group, the Day of Calm Facebook group, and on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on YouTube, that's where you need to be to see all these classes that we're going to be offering. And the only class that is not that is the one class that I'm doing, which is called How to Stop Yelling at Your Kids Once and for All. That is on Tuesday at noon with Billie Jean of Billie Jean is Marketing. If you know Billie Jean, he's a huge marketer on social media marketer. And so I will be joining him on his stage, and that will be through Zoom. So you kind of have to register for that so you get a Zoom link if you want that. But we're going to have so many classes, and CL himself will be talking about fatherhood. And CL, will you plug a little bit about your class and what you're going to be talking about? And while I look up the Day of Calm, and then we can go over some other classes.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a father of seven. I started. I was blessed to become a father when I was just 17 years old, and so I've been parenting and being a father for over 30 years. Now, one thing that I talked about, and I talked about this on my live today, is that my role as a father is very unique because I'm a father. I talked about this. I know I probably made some mothers mad, but I said this, that mothers are not fathers. Mothers are mothers, and fathers are not mothers. Fathers are fathers. Single moms that are raising their kids, that's great. And we salute them. But fathers bring a specific thing to the table. Okay, look at the difference. On Mother's Day, the restaurants are filled to capacity. The roses are all off the shelves in every store around the country. You can't find any chocolates or candies or cards. But on Father's Day, you can walk right into the restaurants. Your dad's probably going to get a grill or a spatula or some socks and a tie. We just fulfill a different role, and that's okay. But what I want to help fathers do is tap into understanding their role, right? So
Right.
I took the word father, and those of you who know my military background, everything in the military is an acronym. Everything. So, I mean, literally, you could carry on like a 3-hour conversation and never actually use a full actual word in the military because everything's an acronym. So I took the word father and broke that down and gave the 6 kind of keys that we can really extract from that word and apply those if we're not applying them yet, magnify them if we are doing them, and learn from them if we're not in fatherhood yet. And so I understand that fatherhood is the state of being a father. So I say, what does the F stand for in fatherhood? Well, you'll have to tune into the class. I'm not going to tell you at all now,
Right.
but the F, the A, the T, the H, the E, and the R. I'm going to go through each one of those letters, and it's really going to strengthen fathers. I'm not going to beat up fathers. All I'm going to do is try to empower you to be even better and be even more awesome than what you already are. So we'll be doing that, I guess, Tuesday at 8,
Tuesday
right?
morning. Tuesday
Yes,
morning
ma'am.
at 8 o'clock.
All right.
Join
I'll
us.
be there with you.
We'll be kicking off the Day of Calm because the official Day of Calm is Tuesday. And then after we kick it off, we're going to let CL go into his whole talk about fatherhood because he is a master. And as you see, has a lot of experience being a father. But a lot of the other sessions are going to be on decluttering your digital world. This is not although we will have a class on decluttering your physical world. This is like your emails and your photos. And I don't know about other people, but I have like a ridiculous number of emails, like 50,000. That might even be low. But we're going to learn about how to declutter that digital world, how to declutter your home. If you're interested in podcasting, we have someone talking about helping you release tensions, talk about things that you need to talk about through podcasting, through writing. There's going to be talks about gardening. There's going to be like staying calm and drawing. There's going to be mandala meditations, all about meditations and the art of mandalas. There's a spiritual one about healing. There's one about, I can't even think of them all. Nature activities for kids, surrendering your struggles, finding your superpowers. The way we think about peace is wrong. And you may want to check out that one. What's wrong about it? And that's a cultural learning from Bob Vetter. There's endless classes to help calm all the areas of your world.
So now,
And
Celia, will people have to, if they just went to the International Day of Calm Facebook page and they clicked whatever, will they be able to just watch everything roll out, or how will
yes,
it work?
exactly. It will roll out in a timely manner on that page and on the YouTube page, my personal YouTube page, which is Pumped Up Parenting with Celia Kibler. And then it will eventually go into like a playlist. So when you go back, you'll be able to go to the Day of Calm playlist and see all of the things. They will stay up all year long until our next Day of Calm, next April 2023. But we encourage people to register because that way we make sure that we can remind you about the class and you don't miss your class. It's a great way to really look at your life completely and figure out why am I acting the way I'm acting? Why do I lose control? Why do I yell at my kids? Why do I have such a difficult time at work with my coworkers? Why do I just not feel happy or content? What is going on with me that I can take the time, 2 days to find out and receive help? It's all free.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about it. You just mentioned something about coworkers, and something probably we'll talk about uh, is that a lot of people for the past 2 years have been working from home, and everything is it looks like things are opening back up. I know in our area, in all of our major counties, we're kind of in the green relative to COVID, which green means low cases or no cases. So folks who have been working from home, who work for like corporate entities or whatever, are starting to go back to the office, right? So now you take somebody who's been working alone and sequestered, and they kind of gotten used to it. That may be something that has to be considered. That reintegrating a group of people together again, you might see some different. You know what I mean? Because that's a reality. 24 months plus of working, in your bedroom, and now all of a sudden you're back having to make coffee, and somebody stealing your lunch.
Exactly.
Conflicts might be re-merging again.
Exactly. Dealing with all those multiple personalities that are coming into an office situation.
Yeah,
It's it's really, you have to be intentional about finding your own calm,
yeah,
about really figuring out what can I do so that it starts with me, so that I'm the person that ends the generational cycles of dysfunction and abuse that went on in my family, in my neighborhood, in my community, in my school, in my
right,
church, and on and on and on. Because you know what? I could stay and blame the whole world.
right.
But reality is, it's on me.
It
We are
is.
in control of ourselves, and
You're
that is
right.
pretty much the only thing we're in control over.
Wow. Well, Celia, man, I tell you what, I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it since we started. And I know that, what we say, we as content creators and visionaries, we have big visions. And I've got big visions. You've got worldwide visions. But we also know that if it just impacts one person, we know we've done our job. And and that's what I want people to understand. When you look at someone like Celia Kibler, this is somebody who has been in the plannings of this for months in advance, gathering all different types of subject matter experts, clearing our schedules so that we can give full attention to giving you great content. But at the end of the day, if it's for 100,000 or if it's for 1,000 or just one, I know Celia's heart, and she is about helping people. So we're very, very blessed, Celia. This country's very blessed to have someone of your caliber putting on something like this. And what we'll do, we can do that. We can tag Chris, we can
Yep.
tag Will, and we'll do that. And I tagged Ellen DeGeneres one time, and a friend of mine got on her show.
Awesome.
Sure did.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
So
don't
maybe
think,
we should be tagging them
yeah,
and
for
letting
real.
them know here's their opportunity.
Exactly, because we think that that's one thing I will say positive about social media is that it has shrunk the world. It has
Exactly.
shrunk the globe. And so you never know who it might not be the actual person, but their staff and their virtual assistant or whoever will see that and be like, hey, we need to be a part of this. And I would love, that's really the way I would love to see that whole saga play out, is for those two men to go around and tell our young people the right way to handle
Yeah.
things.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
That would be
Wouldn't that
that
be
would be extraordinary. So
absolutely.
look, I'm going to
And
send
thank
you
you, CL.
uh,
I'm so blessed to have met you years ago, whenever we met, whenever that was. And your mission to impact life 24/7, which is the name of your company, Impacting Life 24/7. Like, that's all you do on a regular basis. He goes to schools, he's in, impacting children and teens, and the man's amazing. And I'm so blessed that you joined me today, and you're joining me for this day and every year to come. Uh,
well, please forgive me again, because I am kind of a tech junkie, and I like things to be right. And so I think my phone was having a virtual meltdown. My son Jeremiah was riding with me. He was in tears. He was dying
he was
laughing
hysterical.
because he was like, "What's going on?" I was talking, nothing was happening. I'm like, I go live on this road all the time. What's the problem? So I
Your phone was tired.
yeah, it was overheating. And but I am going to send you a little video clip so you can hear what I'm hearing on my end. It'll
Okay.
crack
Oh, I'd
it,
love to.
it'll
Thank
crack you.
goodness no one else can hear it, or it could be a
No, as
big
long as
problem
nobody
for
else
the day of
can.
God
Look, I've had to carry on a conversation with
with the chipmunk.
Alvin and the Chipmunks for 37 minutes and keep a straight face.
You're doing an exceptional job. Yay to you. I don't think I could do it. I probably would just be laughing the whole time. Well, you are just such a pleasure, CL, and so
So
much fun. And I'm sorry I sound like Alvin, but sometimes you have to be a chipmunk. Sometimes,
that's
sometimes
right.
you feel like a nut.
Well,
Sometimes you don't. And
yes, ma'am. Well, we'll see you Monday for the kickoff, and well, we got some preludes. Monday is kind of like a workshops too,
it's a
right?
preload, right? And then we'll
Yeah.
be on Tuesdays, and you and I will kick this puppy off.
All right. We're looking forward to it, Celia, and I thank you for your labor of love. We appreciate it.
Okay, you too. Bye,
Take care.
everybody. Thanks for joining us. Everybody go to dayofcalm.org. That's where you're going to find everything. You're going to find what everything is about, all the classes that are being offered. And believe it or not, we have so many amazing speakers. We're still loading classes. So check back often. Take the pledge. When you take the pledge to be calm, you can download 15 tips to be calm in life. If you're a parent, you can download 15 parenting tips to help you be calm. Check it out. Read on the site the benefits of being calm. There's so much information on that site to help you become the person you want to be. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I really do believe that one day of calm can change the world. Let's see if we can prove that true. All right, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. As always, I wish you days filled with peace, love, tons of laughter. Stuff is funny. Lighten up, world. It's fun to laugh, and it happens to be the best medicine. Have a great weekend. Have a fun weekend. Have a happy weekend. And I'll see you on Monday right here, wherever you're watching, for the International Day of Calm. That is officially on Tuesday, but we're kicking off with lots of workshops on Monday, April 4th. Bye-bye, everyone.